IG, don't hate. All right, here we go. Come on, IG. Oh, I'm
Oh.
Okay, I think
What's up, y'all?
we live on.
We are live on IG. Let me. You heard you singing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's good, y'all?
What up, everybody?
I'm hyped. IG is working.
Right, like it was me. It was me though. It was me.
It's cool, but I was missing our IG fam, to be honest.
Facts.
Uh, what's
Get
good,
in,
y'all?
get in here, IG fam. Get in here.
Please, I'm about to put that in our the chat. But what's good, y'all?
Whew, we had a good day today. Good day of games. I would really like to. I mean, we said this offline earlier today. WNBA, y'all scheduling. I just want to know. We couldn't do a 1-3-5 today. 1-3-5.
No,
Like
apparently not.
two games on that three. Like I don't got multiple TVs to be going. I'm not there yet. Not there
Heard
yet.
you.
So,
Heard you.
my bandwidth is a little shorter than that. So y'all gonna have to accommodate.
Something.
I mean,
But I mean, yeah.
how do you feel about the scheduling, Shantae? I'm
Yeah, I
always.
feel the same way.
I feel like I'm always complaining.
Everybody is. Yeah. I didn't catch all the games, obviously, because they was at the same time.
Right.
Caught 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully it'll be a better situation next year. Thank y'all for tapping in with us. I see y'all.
That's a fact. If you on Twitter right now, please hit that follow button. 21 titles. Shout out to the 9450. Our good brethren and sisterin over there are gonna be doing a show at 8:30. So like right after we're done. So y'all can hop right over there after y'all done with us. Okay.
Facts.
But welcome, as always, to the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. I am Brittany, aka Wellness Brit. This is my lovely co-host.
Take it to Done 24. What's up with y'all? that name is mad old on Twitter.
It is old.
I'm gonna need to like update it or something. Like, it's giving childish, but
it's ancient, but
it still rings true. I do get it done. And my number was 24 in college.
Pop off.
Come on. All right, let me chill.
That's big Taurus vibes. Okay. All right. But we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Y'all know we bring sports news. We bring NIL news. We bring tech news, culture news, business news. We really try to be well-rounded. Shantae and I have developed 21 titles as essentially a love letter to ourselves. What we really wanted to see development-wise for student athletes on their journey. So we're really big into professional and personal development. So that's what we strive for. We strive to teach our younger counterparts just what that looks like, how to be a professional, because they're going to be a professional in the world one day. So we're very big on that. So we like to do these weekly recaps just to kind of keep everybody abreast of what's going on in these different areas. So, without further ado, we'll tap into the sports news and get right with it.
Yeah, let's tap in. So obviously this week is a lot going on with LeBron and his son Bronny James. If you don't know, Bronny James was drafted this past week by the Lakers. LeBron obviously is a Laker.
Right.
We saw a lot of discord about that. on social media with the whole nepotism word being tossed around now. And a lot of opinions just flying every which way. Um, but I wanted to give a shout to LeBron because what he managed to do is or will be the first time we see a father son duo play on the same team in the NBA. So they're
Mm,
single handedly making history, which needs to be applauded. Um, Brittany and I always talk about social equity and how important it is to have that. And LeBron has that. He's LeBron James. He has a crazy amount of social equity. So he did what he could do, what he has the power to do.
right.
And me personally, I'm not mad at that. Again, this is something we'll probably never see again. Um, and again, this is the first time we're seeing it. And I just want to highlight the fact that this isn't the first instance in which we see a father son duo teaming up in professional sports, but it's been in other leagues. So, for example, you got Ken Griffey Sr., then Ken Griffey Jr. Like there's a few situations or times in which we've seen this, but not in this realm. And I would love to hear your thoughts on it, Brittany.
I mean, if y'all following me on Instagram, y'all seen my story. Y'all seen my rant. There is nothing wrong with nepotism, to be quite honest. We just don't use it enough. To if we really want to be honest, like I have nothing negative or wrong to say about what LeBron has done. Like, and if you really think about it and looking at LeBron's track record, he has done nothing but put other people in positions of success. Like, he's put a lot of people in positions to make money. He's put people in positions to just better themselves. I know he sent countless number of students to college for free. He opened up his school, right? Like, LeBron's doing a lot of stuff that, I think we kind of taken for granted. And because, like Shantae said, he's using his social equity and using it in a way that, I complain sometimes because I usually, like, there's a mantra that I kind of just been seeing float around. Like, the people with the most always do the littlest, right? Like, and then the people with the least always do the most. Like, LeBron has the most and is doing the most. So I love to see that. And just like Shantae said, like, it may not, we may not see it as much in the NBA, but in these other sports leagues, we're definitely seeing nepotism rampantly. Like, I use the example of Jerry Jones having his children as executives in the front office for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, all three of his children are in higher level, senior level positions for the Dallas Cowboys. So essentially, they're going to be taking over their father's business down the line. So it just makes sense. We got to use this more.
Yeah, I mean, it happens in professional settings too.
Right.
Like, I mean, there's some people that shouldn't have the positions that they have, but they have them because of not even just because of who they're related to. Sometimes it's who you know. Like, it's something as simple as that. We always talk about, being from New York. It's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in the same realm of what we're talking about.
Right.
There's a lot of people that shouldn't be in. I mean, who am I to say? But some people, you know what I mean. There may be better qualified individuals, but yeah, just saw a lot of back and forth about it on social media, and obviously there's some young men that were not drafted the other night that also felt some type of way.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. It's politics, though.
it is politics, and here's the thing: they're entitled to feel how they feel. To be honest, they're entitled to feel how they feel. I know I'd be salty, but the truth of the matter is, like, Bronny's not taking up 2 positions. He's not taking up 10 positions. He's taking up one position. So while y'all can feel how y'all feel, and y'all are definitely entitled to feel how y'all feel, he's not taking up all y'all spots that feel of the people or individuals that feel like they should have been drafted. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
That's not me throwing bail. I see both sides of the coin. Is what I'm saying. And yeah. So would love to hear your thoughts about it, but in the comments, I see
Right.
it. I see your cousin, but yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with it. But yeah, so we just wanted to start off with that. Um, also wanted to say the U.S. Olympic gymnastic trials kicked off this past week in Minneapolis, and it's been lit. Um, we
Mm.
talked about this on our pod with the 9450, but just wanted to give a shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Obviously, she's going to Paris, and we all know she wasn't given that opportunity before. Um, because of rules and regulations when it comes to cannabis, and she's just been through a lot. Also shout out to Simone Biles. Like, listen,
Killing.
these athletes are doing their damn thing, to be honest. So if you're not watching, I think today is the last day of the trials. Definitely tap in. If it's not over already, you should definitely tap into that. Let's get into women's basketball news.
Yes.
I guess we can start with the Commissioner's Cup. You want to talk about that a little bit, Britt?
Yeah. So Tuesday, June 25th, was the Commissioner's Cup Championship, and we had the Minnesota Lynx representing the Western Conference and the New York Liberty making it for the second year in a row, representing the Eastern Conference. Unfortunately, the Liberty did not come out victorious. The Minnesota Lynx won their first Commissioner's Cup, and it
You
look.
had them winning though.
I did have Minnesota. I did have Minnesota winning because I felt like Minnesota was just in a stride at that point. At that point, they had won, I think, 7 in a row or 6 in a row. And the Liberty had won 3 in a row as well. But the Liberty, they've been like battered and kind of injured a little bit moving forward as the season has progressed. Like even today, Sabrina was sick. Like I was watching a couple of the post conference questions, and she was definitely holding a cup with some tea in it, and her voice sounded crazy, like really hoarse. So she was sick. But Nigel Laney, right? She's just coming back, so she's trying to get back into the rhythm. Courtney Vandersloot, she was out. We just found out her mother passed away. So like the Liberty, I feel like they're still like tweaking and still trying to figure it out. Minnesota, they know what they're doing. Like everybody knows their role, from Natasha Heidman to Courtney Williams, Bridget Carlton, Alana Smith. Then you got Nafisia Collier. Like Minnesota, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna say this might be a slight to Seattle. They might feel some type of way about this, but I'm calling Las Vegas, Minnesota Western Conference Finals this year.
Okay, I'm not
Okay.
mad.
I mean, Seattle, they may get a little bit mad because Seattle's looking a little good too. You feel me? Like,
Jewel,
right. Jewel has something to say. She do, and she been blacking these past couple of games too. So Jewel, no harm, no shade. This is just how I'm feeling right now. Okay, just based on the play, but um, Yeah, it was a good game to watch. It was a good game to watch. I feel like the Liberty were leading most of the game, but they kind of chalked it up at the end, like turnovers, right? And Minnesota showed that they can close out games. Like that's what I want to say. Like Kayla McBride, I forgot Kayla McBride. She's been shooting out of her mind. Bananas. Okay. So Minnesota, they're just a really well balanced team. And I just see them continuing to get better as the season continues. What are your thoughts, Shantae?
No, I'm right along with you. I was like, dang, I think the Liberty gonna pull this out. And then obviously you saw the text I sent you towards the end of the game, but yeah, no, I think that the Lynx put people on notice with their performance. I mean, unfortunately, they lost right after their Commissioner Cup win, but they're still a really tough team. So I agree with you. Um, so yeah, that's all I got with that.
Okay. It's your girl Angel.
Yo, Angel been killing. Yo, Angel has been killing. Like,
Yeah.
can we talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. Homegirl.
I too was like,
We were all doubters. Come on.
nah. I mean, I'm gonna say that for
I'm
sure.
I'm here. I'm gonna just take the responsibility.
No, same. I too was like, I don't know. Like, she got to get in the gym. Mm-hmm. I still think she needs 2 or 3 patent moves, a little midi. Mm-hmm. She'll be like, she's already a super problem. You add those little pieces, it's over. Yeah. But even without her having those things, her work ethic, she's a workhorse. Yo, bring back the term workhorse. She's a workhorse. Right. I mean, she's a dog. She's a work. She just, again, I always say this. Like, I would hate to have to like guard her. She's always moving. She tracks the ball ridiculously. Right. She's just relentless. And I mean, she's quoted by saying like, "I'm a dog. You can't teach that." And she's absolutely right. You can't teach that. It's either you want it or you don't. And she's obviously super hungry. Yeah, ambition. That's what your cousin just said in the comments. That's exactly what it is. Like, that's what we watch from her. She's just been showing up. She's been a sponge since day one. She's made it clear she wanted to be a sponge and learn. And she's just, I cannot wait to see how she looks. I mean, not to get ahead of myself. Like, we're still in season. Not even midway, but how she continues to grow and elevate and develop as a player going into next year, and then how she's working during the off season, who she's going to be working with during the off season. Right. But it's only up from here. I don't see her declining. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I think you gave us the tea. She is the tenacity, the relentlessness. You cannot teach that. It's like she got Charles Barkley and Dennis Rodman kind of mixed together in there. Because those were like, Charles Barkley was an undersized forward, right? Dennis Rodman was tenacious, going after rebounds. Like, literally would have games 30 rebounds, 1 point. 30 rebounds, 1 point is insane. But that's the stat line Dennis Rodman is giving you. Angel Reese, she's gonna give you boards, yo. Like, I just be like, yo, you know how hard it is to get 10 rebounds every game? Like, I don't think people understand. You see, y'all playing parlays and y'all worried about getting money and doing all this other stuff. Please get another rebound, blah, 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 because of the money. I'm just letting y'all know, in sports, in basketball. Look, we seen Caitlin Clark almost had a triple-double today. She was 1 rebound short. Y'all know she wanted that 1 rebound, but y'all know how hard it was to get that 1 rebound to complete the triple-double? Y'all have no idea if y'all never played. No idea. So, like, when we seen Angel Reese, like, what Lauren said, she said she wrote her letter to apologize. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I didn't even see that.
He's like, please accept my apology, sis. I'm sorry. That's me.
I'm with her. I'm with her too.
We all here because she's done nothing but shown up. And I think also Teresa Weatherspoon being her coach has helped tremendously because she has the same passion and fire as Angel.
That whole team.
The whole team.
The whole team plays like Teresa Weatherspoon.
That's
the whole team plays like Teresa Weatherspoon.
That's a fact.
Like, it's crazy.
They do.
They have taken on.
They
have taken on Teresa Weatherspoon's spirit as a player.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They play hard every time. So
with 10 consecutive double-doubles is fire.
You took the words out of my mouth. So Angel Reese became the first player today in WNBA history to out up 10 consecutive double-doubles in a single season.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
That's super tough. Like, I'm laughing because that's crazy.
That's tough.
Yeah, get the writing. Your cousin said get the writing. Yeah, I gotta see that Lawrence tweet. I didn't see that tweet. But I need to write her too. Like, my bad. Because she been killing. She been dogging. She deserves all the flowers. That's all I got for Angel Reese. Just keep killing, sis.
Facts.
You doing what you said you was gonna do.
We here. We apologize.
Yeah, not singing. I'm sorry for 2004.
Yo.
Let's get to apologizing. But anyway, let's move on. As Brittany mentioned earlier in this pod, there were 3 games today. I didn't watch the last game, but I caught the Liberty versus Atlanta Dream. The Liberty won today, 81-75, but that first half was really bad.
Yeah.
For the Liberty, they had a rough first half. And Atlanta just had crazy momentum. Tina Charles. Tina.
Yes, Tina Charles. You know, I've been yelling on Twitter, okay? Literally yelling on Twitter. There's not enough people talking about Tina Charles for me. She's doing an incredible job. Incredible, okay? She is the obvious leader on that team. Like, we see that. I don't think they had this last year. They didn't have that leadership, vet leadership, like legit leadership. Like, if I need a bucket, I'm going to TC. Ryan Howard is out. She was looking icy today too.
Yo, very icy. Very icy on the bench.
Very icy.
Nah. Tina definitely stepped up today, as she has been for the last few games. She had 16 points, 12 rebounds.
Walking double-double.
Right. Jordan Canada, 9 points, 9 assists.
Home girl is coming back off this injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is like her 3rd game, might be 3rd, 4th game back. And today she looked like she's finally getting that inkling of finding her rhythm. Okay? Like, y'all got to understand, when you just get back, it takes a little bit to adjust to the speed of the game. It takes a little bit to get you back into the rhythm of the game. So Was very happy to see her being effective today. 9 points, 9 assists. That's that's not an easy feat. That is tough, but she made this one move today, and I was just like, whew, yeah, they need Jordan Canada. They need her. They need her healthy. Because I think she also influences everybody else. Like we've been talking about Haley Jones and just how like I felt that she hasn't been performing like I feel like she can. But today she looks fluid with Jordan Canada on the floor. Like with Jordan being the floor general, you can see Haley's a little bit more relaxed because she doesn't have that whole pressure of like bringing the ball up and being that point guard. She can, you know, move off the ball and kind of figure out how to get open, you know, some off the ball movement. So Atlanta looked pretty good today. They, the Liberty, they held their own because I think the Liberty's a more balanced team than them. But Atlanta, they on their way. But the Liberty, they gotta do a better job of like closing games out strong.
Mm-hmm.
They give me a little anxiety.
Very much so. Very much so. Benija had 18.6 assists and 5 rebounds. She stepped up today, big time for the Liberty. And then Breanna Stewart had 22 points, 12 rebounds. She started getting hot at the 3, really around the third quarter. I'm like, okay, she waking up. But Naja was hitting some threes in the corner. She was waking up.
Right.
That's a good win for the Liberty. Again, they had a tough first half. I didn't know how this was about to go. But yeah, I was expecting Atlanta to pull out the win, to be honest. I thought that was what was going to happen until about the third.
They could have. They just ain't have. They just ain't have the stamina. They couldn't keep that momentum for sure. Like it was. Nah. And what's this about? They don't have no practice. Did you hear this during the broadcast?
Yeah.
Like they talking about they just now legitimately had like 5 days of practice. What y'all mean?
I don't know.
I want some more information about.
I'm sure more will be revealed.
Yeah, because that's no practice. No wonder y'all looking janky out there. Y'all need to practice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But moving on, the game Brittany and I both caught was the Fever versus the Mercury, which was a really spicy but good game. The Fever actually pulled out the win. This is a really good win for them, 88-82. Again, like I said, it was a really spicy game. And very early on, Phoenix had the lead. Phoenix, I think that the highest lead or the deficit between the two was 15. They were up early. It was leading majority of the game. I didn't think it was going to be that close of a game come second half, but it was.
Right.
Excuse me, y'all. Caitlin Clark started waking up towards the second half. Her court vision is crazy. She may be off, but she gonna find you. Aaliyah Boston starts running.
Mm-hmm.
They all start running. She gonna find you in transition. And that's exactly what was happening. We saw some spice between Aaliyah Boston and Brittany Griner.
Why everybody coming at Aaliyah Boston this year? That's what it seemed like. Like she's had some run-ins with a few other players this year already. AT, you remember that? AT and her was getting a little choppy. AT just looked at her like,
her and JJ.
Yeah, her and JJ. No.
So I don't know. It's been spicy. And then
Yeah.
we saw Caitlin Clark she dropped Rebecca Allen. But she just, I don't want you to switch your one out. She dropped Rebecca Allen.
She sure did, but she ain't finished the play, man.
Nah, she
You
didn't.
gotta hit that shot. You can't shoot an air ball. You gotta hit that shot. You gotta hit that
Yeah,
shot. Beck Allen went down real slow too. Like
she did. They joked out. It looked like they was joking about it afterwards, after the play. They
yeah.
had some words. Caitlin Clark actually finished for 15 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. Like I said, she started getting hot in the third and the fourth. Um, and like Brittany said, she almost had a triple double. She was 1 rebound short of that. Aaliyah Boston had a good game too. She had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists.
Like
And
that.
Kelsey Mitchell, she started coming alive.
Mm-hmm.
Really third, fourth. And, at the end of the game, I think it was like 40 seconds left. They ran that play. I thought that was an immaculate play.
Yo, they executed that play.
Really well. And shouts to, listen, I got to give credit where it's due. Like, shouts to their coach.
Yeah,
Shouts to Coach Sides because great play.
We've been on your neck too for the season, Coach Sides. So that was an excellent play call. That play to get Kelsey that shot, fire. Excellent play because she was wide open and knocked that joint down coming off that down screen.
She did.
That was beautiful. That was
beautiful. And then we saw the big turnover at the end by Phoenix. I think the ball. Natasha had the ball and
miscommunication. It was a bad miscommunication. She passed it to Brittany Griner, and Brittany Griner was trying to dribble in the same direction that Natasha was trying to run in, and the ball hit off of Natasha's foot and literally bounced directly to Erica Wheeler. Womp, womp, womp. Like, literally, the worst possible play you can ever...
yeah.
That was the worst scenario to ever happen. And yeah, they didn't recover from that. So
no, that was it. Brittany Griner ended with 24.6 rebounds. Taurasi, she had 19 points, 3 rebounds. Natasha Cloud, she had 15.7 assists and 5 rebounds. And then Copper, she only had 7 points and 3 rebounds today. But this was a good one for Phoenix.
Yeah, this is actually their first win to a team that's over 500. So big win for them today.
Yeah, that is a big win. And then the game we did not see was the Lynx versus the Sky. Lynx actually won this game by 8, 70-62.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I wish that the game was at 5, so we could have caught this game right after. But yeah, I see that Kennedy Carter, man.
A dog too.
Another dog. She had 15 and 4 rebounds. She also had 3 assists. Angel Reese had 10 points, 16 rebounds, 11 defensive and 5 offensive rebounds.
16.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's making that look so easy, and it's like, that is not easy, yo.
No, not at all.
Wow.
I definitely got to watch this game on replay. Kayla McBride has 16 points and 5 assists. So I'm going to have to catch it on replay. Again, we didn't get an opportunity to watch it because the scheduling. But I'm pretty sure that was a good game too. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to more so to like the business of sports within the realm of the WNBA. This week, Swing Cash became the new vice president of the New Orleans Pelicans. And she's going to hold one of the highest front office positions for a woman in the NBA. This is a big deal.
Mhm.
Previously, she was the vice president of basketball operations and team development over in New Orleans. So, again, this is a really big deal. She started with the Pelicans back in 2019. That wasn't that long ago at all. So, her climb up to this position, in my opinion, has been rather quick. And I'm pretty sure she's been doing such an amazing job, which is why they moved her into this position. So,
Right.
just wanted to give her flowers because this is a big deal.
Swin Cash is true to this. She ain't new to this. I think we spoke about this on when we did this for the Beyond the 9450, but Swin Cash was like also one of those athletes that began the transition and process while she was also still playing. She was one of the first kind of athletes I seen do this. Dawn Staley also being one of those athletes. And her last stint, I believe, is with the New York Liberty, and she became part of the front office after she retired. So she's been in front office executive positions for a little bit now, and I'm loving to see that she's getting that upward movement, and just continuing to give impact. We already know she was a baller. Okay, UConn great. All right. So shout out to Swing Cash. Flowers, flowers, flowers.
Absolutely. Moving on. I mean, the ESPYS are coming up, and we see that Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark have nominations for within the realm of the best athlete in women's sports, alongside Coco Gauff and Nelly Korda. Um, Caitlin was also nominated or is nominated for the best record breaking performance for breaking Pistol Pete's record to become the NCAA D1 all time leading scorer. Joining her in that category is also Tyra Vanderveer, who became the winningest coach in NCAA basketball history this year. And she just obviously, if you don't know, she retired from Stanford this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we also have Juju Watkins. She's nominated in the Best Breakthrough Athlete category, while Simone Biles and Paige Beckers are also nominees for Best Comeback Athletes. And in addition to those nominations, we have Dawn Stanley, who will receive the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance for her work in advocating for cancer research and bone marrow donors, as well as her advocacy for women's sports.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, what can you say? I think these are well-deserved nominations. Like all these people that you named, they're extraordinary. So I can't wait to watch the ESPYS. It seems like the ESPYS gets like bigger and bigger every year. So this is great to see.
Yeah, it should be dope. And then I guess rolling with just bringing up Asia Wilson, she revealed her new logo. Nike this past week officially unveiled Wilson's signature logo. We talked about this on Beyond the 9450. So they revealed it last Friday. Um, and again, they detailed or showed kind of their thought process and sketches behind, you know, the stages of creation for the logo. And it's, she has some shirts on sale on Nike just of the logo, and the joint sold out, which is amazing. The support is there, and again on the Beyond the 9450, we just talked about how she's just a serial entrepreneur. Um, she's an author. She has a candle business. She has a candle line.
Mm-hmm.
She does so many different things. So I think I can speak for us both in saying that we're not surprised that she sold out of her merch. Um, and
Yeah.
then when the sneakers drop, they're gonna go too. and whatever else she drops along with it is gonna go. Um, I purchased a shirt. Hopefully, it'll be in the mail soon. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, it's Asia Wilson. She's been killing all season long. She's on a different type of time. She took what y'all said about her last year personally,
Facts.
and she's made it her business to shut everybody up.
Facts.
She's made it her business to do this. She doesn't want any of y'all to doubt the position she holds in the league. There's
Look,
nothing anybody can say.
look, she's having a stellar season right now. Okay. Um, I believe she's leading in blocks, rebounds, and points right now. Okay. She's on the verge of her third MVP. Some people come and go. Do y'all realize that? We may never know anybody else's names in the next 5, 10 years, but we will know Asia. Asia's gonna go down like how Candace went down. You feel me? Like every statistical category is a reference to Candace Parker. Everything. I think Asia Wilson will be that down the line. Okay? She's not playing this year. And y'all smoking if she don't get the MVP. Okay? I'm saying it right now. Asia Wilson is the MVP of the WNBA. Right now, she is.
Yeah, I don't have no argument. I don't think anybody should, but to each his own. She's killing. She's gonna continue to kill. And shouts to Asia. I'm gonna be interested in seeing how the brand continues to develop and expand, and outside of just the signature shoe that will be dropping. But amazing that her shirt sold out. It's fire.
She moving them units, baby.
The units. It's the units. And it's funny you talking about units because Sabrina, she had her first sneaker, the Sabrina ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now Shorty coming with the Sabrina twos. And we saw how the Sabrina ones was moving. We want to talk about moving units. And we saw everybody wearing the Sabrina ones. In the NBA, in
Right.
college, in high school, everybody had a pair of Sabrina ones. I heard that they are comfortable. I heard just positive feedback from the sneaker.
Okay.
Um,
Like that.
yeah, so it's only right that she comes with the Sabrina twos. They haven't been released yet. Um, she is changing some of the details or the detailing of the sneaker for the Sabrina twos. Um, in the article that I actually read in, I believe it was the boardroom, she was just talking about how for the Sabrina ones, she wasn't able to lock in with the team, like the design team in person, because it was during COVID. And
Gotcha.
so, now that COVID has died down or is non-existent anymore, she's able to meet with the design team in person and get like real deal feedback from them,
Mm-hmm.
and then be a little bit more hands-on with samples. So in turn, she's basically saying like she wants to keep like at the heart of it the sneaker to look the same, but for the Sabrina twos, she's putting her signature on the sneaker now. I think the Sabrina ones only had the S. You'll see her
Gotcha.
full out signature on the sneaker now. She's doing something a little bit different with the S on the tongue of the sneaker now. Um, she's doing a little bit. She's doing some things differently. I think she also went back to her roots and leaned on some inspiration from her hyper dunks that she wore when she was at Oregon.
Mm.
And so she went back to that for the Sabrina twos. And again, the sneaker's gonna be unisex. It's gonna be in youth sizes for young boys and girls, and then for men and women. And she said her favorite detail is the swoosh and being able to see your own reflection on the sneaker. And Sabrina said that she wants everyone to see themselves, what it is that they want to create and what it is that they want to dream, to be able to go out and do that in my shoe. Hopefully they're inspired to go out and accomplish anything it is that they set out to do. I hope that rings true for everybody. So again, I'm interested in seeing what the sneaker looks like, the colorways that come out, and to see who else puts her sneaker on their foot. I mean,
Right.
she had it rolling when the ones came out.
That's what we like to see. We like to see the women moving the units, because for a long time the mantra has been, people don't watch women's basketball. Women are not marketable. Blase, blase, blase. Stop. Yeah, I gotta chill. Okay. Um, Sabrina, we already seen what she been doing, right? Like, old girl had a shootout with Steph Curry last year at the All Star game. Like, she's a popular figure right now. Okay, so I'm happy to see that she's dropping the next ideation, and I'm I would like to get a pair at some point and see how they feel for myself and give that opinion. So if you do wear Sabrina ones, tell us how they feel. Hit us. Let us know your opinion. Should we get a pair? Should we hoop in them? What y'all think? Hooping or just like walking around them? Like what y'all think? Okay, just give us some feedback. We love to hear from y'all.
Facts. All right, so that's all we have for sports news today. Now we're gonna move on to more NIL news slash college sports news, and Brittany and I covered this on Beyond the 9450, but we also wanted to bring it here because this is something that we covered literally a year ago, and there was talks about the NCAA removing marijuana from the banned substance list. And we asked, our listeners and people like how y'all felt about that. But come to find out this past week, according to the Washington Post, the NCAA will no longer test Division One athletes for cannabis products ahead of its championships. Um, and this was voted on Tuesday by the Division One Council. And the Division One Council goes on to say the NCAA drug testing program is intended to focus on the integrity of competition, and cannabis products do not provide a competitive advantage. The council's focus is on policy centered on student athlete health and well being rather than punishment for cannabis use. Again, on Beyond the 9450, we talked about how, wow, this is great. Brittany and I both remember being drug tested while in college. That's number one. Number two, I think we both have seen, as student athletes fall at the hands of failing these drug tests. So that means that they were unable to compete because cannabis was found in their systems. Um, and now I think because of where we're at in society, obviously in certain states, cannabis has become legalized. Cannabis has brought in literally millions and billions of dollars since these laws have been enacted.
Right.
And we all know all these industries are focused on the dollar and money. And I think that anything that's going at this point, anything that's going to help these student athletes perform, I think that the NCAA is just gonna roll with it. Um,
Right.
you know, that's just where I'm at. I think the well-being and mental health of student athletes isn't new and shouldn't be a new thing that should be like pushed to the forefront. It's always been something that should have been at the forefront. But all this does, in my opinion, is further show me or demonstrate to me that this is a business. Anything that's going to continue to help these student athletes perform is what the NCAA is going to do.
Right. I agree. Um, the NCAA is in hot water right now. You know, the settlement and all these other different things. Like, to be quite honest, the NCAA years ago, they could have started paying us student athletes years ago. But they want us to be greedy, right? Um, this is really I really can't believe that they let this they removed marijuana from the ban list. Like, after I've seen so many people get reprimanded for using marijuana during my time in college. Like, ridiculous how many people got penalized because they were using marijuana recreationally. You know, this Shantae, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just laughing because this is laughable because they just doing this to save face, man.
Basically.
That's what
And I feel bad. Like, so to give more information, penalties currently being served by athletes who fail NCAA drug tests because of cannabis will be discontinued. So basically, they'll be able to compete. Um, that won't be held against them because yeah. And your cousin said it. It's all about the money, like tax, right? And so, according to Market Watch, United States tax revenues from legal cannabis sales have surpassed $20 billion in total since the recreational marijuana industry kicked off 10 years ago, according to a study by the Marijuana Policy Project. Um, yeah, like at this point, the NCAA just wants these athletes to continue to perform and whatever. And that's how I look at it. That's my opinion. Whatever they need to do to make these student athletes comfortable, that's what we're gonna do at this point. And yeah, would love to hear your thoughts about it. Um, and that
So
is it.
they could just be blowing it down
They can
now.
blow it down now. Yep, and they will not get tested. It's off. It's off the the banned substance list. It's off. It's done.
Yo, yo, this is they giving y'all a lot of leeway. Like, y'all.
That's hate. That's hate. Yo, that's hate. Yo,
Nah,
that's
that's peace
hate.
though. That's peace though.
That's peace.
That's peace.
That's
That's
peace.
peace.
But that's hate. Listen, we in a different time.
Yeah, we are in a different time, and I really just hope the student athletes just take advantage, yo. Like, if that's your vibe and it helps you perform, yo, go ahead, do what you got to do. You know, like, I'm here for the autonomy of the student athlete. Like, yes, we've been waiting for this for the student athletes to get the upper hand. They got the upper hand right now. And y'all better take this and run. Go ahead. Go ahead, y'all.
Your cousin says she thinks it's not safe. Yeah, I mean, I think it could go either way. Um, it
Right,
could really go either way. It could go
right.
either way, and we're gonna have to see.
You gotta be responsible. You got that's what it comes down to. Are you a responsible user? Essentially. Cause I mean, hey,
I can understand what she's saying. I can see both sides of the coin with that.
for sure. For sure.
We'll see how it goes, though. We shall see. I'm sure we'll be hearing about it soon. Um, on to the next topic in NIL/college news. We want to talk a little bit about sports betting in the collegiate realm. And so, sports betting right now, yeah, Brittany mentioned this earlier about, the parlays and all that. I saw Kalia tweeting like, stop hitting me up about about these damn parlays. And then you saw Camilla also saying like,
Yes.
stop telling me about these damn parlays.
Right.
Like, stop. Like, stop it.
Right.
But it gets serious, and so in the collegiate realm, I thought this was like important to like talk about. But so Brittany mentioned earlier that um there was a recent settlement. Like the NCAA has been in a lot of hot water for the past several months, and so one of the things they were in hot water about is a case by the name of House versus the NCAA. And the NCAA actually just settled, and as part of the settlement, the athletic departments in the Power Conference all have to pay $20 million each year to
Yeah.
pay their players. Like they have to pay their players, these athletes, money every year.
Facts.
And so I feel like we covered this on Beyond the 9450, but $20 million is not chump change. Like it's not chump change for these athletic departments. They've been like kind of scrambling to figure out how they're gonna be able to pay these student athletes annually. That's a lot of money. And so with sports betting being such a hotbed, this article kind of talked a little bit about how sports betting kind of got into the college arena. And it's
Mm.
interesting because before NIL passed, I mean, truth be told, there's a lot of states that don't even allow sports betting, right? That's number one. Like some states have legislation that does not allow for certain things to happen when it comes to sports betting. And then
Mm.
when it comes to college, obviously you're dealing with some kids, meaning like young adults that are obviously not 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, or rather, I mean, 20 years old or 21 years old.
Right.
So they're underage. And so what was happening is some of these universities were partnering with sports betting platforms and then had the nerve to like advertise the sports betting app on campus to to athletes or students that are underage, which is a violation, right, of just NCAA rules. And so I just thought it was interesting that now, again, because of the fact that they have to pay this $20 million to these students, these student athletes, um, and they're saying that it may take them approximately, well, it'll start happening in early 2025, where they're going to start paying out the 20 million a year.
Mm.
Um, these athletic departments, they bring in around 9 figures per year, but they're in a frantic search for more revenue streams. And in 2020, I believe, or rather this year, I'm sorry, this year, all the universities that had deals with sports betting apps and platforms had to stop. They put an end to that. And now they have to seek new avenues for revenue. So we already know many of the athletic departments are they're using their sponsorship logos on fields and allowing jersey patches and inking private equity deals just to keep the money rolling into the athletic departments. But because of new regulations, they're not going to be able to do it on the sports betting front. And I just think it's important to talk about because I'm interested in seeing how one these athletic departments remain alive
Woo.
after the first year.
Right.
I wonder if they're gonna have to lean on I don't even know if that's even compliant. But leaning on like people that have already graduated, their alum. Again, $20 million is not chump change, and they're gonna have to continue to pay that out. So, um, and again, without these sports betting deals, that's off the table. Um,
Right.
so I still like to say these athletic departments are gonna have to start getting real creative and finding new streams to get money to pay these students out. What do you think, Britt? And I want one more thing. I'm also wondering if people are going to be doing this under the table. Like I just feel like I don't know, like what I don't want to sound negative, but what foul stuff are y'all gonna have to do to or may think about doing to keep our athletic departments above water?
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of collaborations with maybe potentially like capital. Venture capitalists like VCs, like finding where they can get money. Um, this is an opportunity for them now to lean into their boosters. What have you done for me lately? Dum, dum, dum,
That's
dum.
definitely on. That is the song.
We gonna have to ramp it up with the boosters. Y'all gonna have to donate a little bit more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they're gonna go real heavy in trying to figure out where they're gonna get these streams from to pay out the athletes. It's going we might see some under the table stuff happening. We already know stuff like that happens or has happened in the past. So that can definitely, make his way back to the table. But whew, bruh, I
We'll
don't
have to
know.
see.
We
We'll
will.
have to see. So moving on, we don't have tech news for tonight. We didn't see anything, newsworthy or pointing out. But moving on to culture news, I think I first want to start with the Rich Paul thing.
Okay.
So it's been brought to our attention that Rich Paul, who owns is part owner of Clutch Sports, was hit with a breach of contract lawsuit in federal court this past week. So an NBA agent by the name of Mark Termini, he negotiated several deals throughout the years for players like Ron Harper, Rod Strickland. He filed a complaint in Ohio this past week against Clutch Sports and Rich Paul.
Mm,
And the suit says that Clutch owes Termini more than $4.9 million plus interest. That's because the suit claims that Termini signed a contract in 2014 with Clutch that later was extended until December 2020 with terms that he would receive 25% of Clutch's agency fees for all its NBA client deals. But
mm,
after negotiating key contracts that help raise the profile of Clutch agency, such as deals with LeBron James, Ben Simmons, J.R. Smith, Clutch started paying Termini less than 25% around 2018, and the payments were back to the original amount before lowering again, according to the complaint. The suit also claims that Clutch took the credit for some of the most high profile deals that Termini negotiated. And
mm.
so, yeah, I think I'm just keeping my eye on that. I know that this isn't the first time. I mean, it's business, so that's
Right.
part of businesses. Unfortunately, sometimes being sued, and this isn't the first time that Rich Paul and or Clutch Sports have been sued. Um, I forget the NBA player that actually sued. We covered this. I just can't remember his name. He was sued. I mean, he sued Clutch Sports because Clutch was supposed to negotiate an extension.
Right. I forget the name.
Yeah, and
Dang.
because they didn't negotiate the way he wanted to, he lost millions of dollars, and he
Right.
sued Clutch Sports for that. So, this isn't something new to Clutch Sports. They've been sued before, but I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. I want to keep a close eye on that and see how it turns out.
Yeah, my eyes are always wide when suits get filed, because that ain't nothing to play with.
It ain't. So we'll keep y'all posted.
Facts.
Jalen Brunson.
Look, Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton on WWE was jokes. Okay, like you see Tyrese Halliburton with the brass knuckles hitting the stairs. Like, what is this?
That was mad funny. And because, obviously the play on the Knicks playing the Pacers.
Right.
The rivalry there. Mm-hmm. I thought that was brilliant.
It was. This is all marketing. We say this all the time. What are we doing in the off season, right? Like this is this is their off season marketing, okay? NBA free agency just started today. Okay. Me and my husband was watching some of the special before we started our recap today, but I thought that was brilliant. And Jalen coming up there with the chair.
The chair.
Golden chair. We ready. But I love that. I loved it. I used to be a big WWE fan.
Who wasn't?
Right.
Like at that time, even if you wasn't into wrestling, you was like pulled into wrestling. Because when you went to school,
that's all they was talking about. Either wrestling, Pokemon.
We showing our age.
Yeah, I gotta stop.
But you're right. WWE, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Like, come on, The Rock. With The Rock is cooking. Like,
now everybody know The Rock as a actor. Ain't that crazy?
Right.
That's crazy.
Like, we grew up watching him in the ring, and he's just surpassed like superstardom. Like, that guy is a megastar. He's a megastar. Crazy.
This was hilarious.
And you know what's crazy? That he got cut. Like, he was supposed to be an athlete. He had dreams. Right.
Yeah,
He had dreams of making an NFL. He did not make that team, y'all. He did not make the team. But look what happened. Sometimes the universe got different plans for you.
Like, millionaire.
He's a million
ridiculous money acting.
Right. Like, just keep doing what you doing, y'all.
Right.
Stay in alignment. Okay.
Right. Shouts to Tyrese and then shouts to Jalen because that's a great opportunity. And then Florida J, I need to listen to her project. So I'm gonna listen to that project and then report back next week. But Florida J released her project. We saw she had a Wayne feature. That's super fire. We always talk about the connection between basketball and hip hop. They both have such a strong chokehold on each other. But that's a big deal. And it's dope because Lil Wayne has always supported LSU, obviously connections to Louisiana. But he's been supporting Flora J for quite some time now. I love to see her evolution as an artist. Right. I'm not even going to talk about basketball. I'm going to talk about her as an artist. Humble beginnings on, JD's show. And then she was on shows performing. And and to see her like doing this at a high level and then obviously competing at a high level, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch, and it's fire and it's dope, and it needs to be acknowledged because everybody can't do that. And we always talk about athletes are blank, and again, Flora J is a great example of just these athletes holding different titles, which is why we're called 21 titles, right? Because that's part of it. Like, we're more than just this. Like, we hold many different hats. We wear many different hats. And so do these athletes. And we love to see it. And again, I'm gonna listen to the project and I'm gonna report back. But just her getting a Wayne feature is Wayne. Wayne is goaded. He may be on one of y'all top 5 dead or alive lists, and I wouldn't be mad at that because it's Little Wayne.
Right.
But it's Wayne.
Yeah.
It's Wayne.
I mean, I just was bumping the Collie Grove project with him and 2 Chainz. Like, I thought that joint was fire.
And it was. And
Come
is.
on. Come on. So for Florget to get a verse from Lil Wayne, legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary. Okay? Y'all seen the clip of her in the car with the suit on rapping Wayne's verse. Y'all seen it. She was
I would have been high. I would have been hyped too.
I was like, Florget, that's the energy we need. That is the energy. Yo, Florget delivers every time. She delivers, and I love to see that. Like, she's gonna give us the energy that we need, and I love that clip. I think I watched it like 10 times because it got me hyped every time. You know, so shout out to Florget. I'm definitely gonna listen to that project as well. We hope that y'all go out and support Florget. Yeah.
And listen to new music. I know Marsha's album came out. Gotta tap in with that. I don't think any other major album came out this past week. I'm kind of waiting to listen to the Marsha project. It is produced by Dr. Dre, which is interesting. I
Ooh.
heard her interview when she was talking about just her process of working with Dr. Dre and how this has been in the works for like quite a few years, and that they spend time working with like she's gonna do something big on tour where she's gonna do something with an orchestra because she's saying the musicality of the project just calls for that. So
Fire.
Marsha's a real artist. She is the definition of what an artist is, and I can't wait to listen to the project myself. What I also wanted to say is, and I don't even know if Brittany knows this, but I saw that Cocaine 80s, they put their old project on Apple Music. It's not under Cocaine 80s, it's under 80s. And so if you're into Cocaine 80s, you should definitely tap in. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, you should tap in because they make amazing music, and I love James Fauntleroy, and he's made some of the best songs that you've listened to that you probably didn't know he has written or produced. So
this is a James Fauntleroy stan account for sure.
For sure.
So anybody who wants to get that out to him, let him know. We love him.
We love James. But yeah. So
shout out to 60 people being up in here.
Oh, hey y'all. Didn't even know.
Hey. What up, y'all?
Thanks for tapping in with us. We appreciate it.
That's a fact. If y'all all here, make sure y'all follow everything. 21 titles.
Follow. Also follow the 9450. Our family will be on at 8:30 p.m. recapping this week in the W and all the games. So tap in with them, and thank y'all for tapping in with us. We really do appreciate it. Again, we're here almost every Sunday to discuss sports news, NIL news, tech news, and culture news. And this is our weekly recap.
Yeah, we on a summer adjusted schedule, y'all. Shantae is an attorney. She big attorney, okay? So she barely got time, okay? So and me, I got 2 kids and I homeschool and I run a business. So we are working professionals. So thank y'all for tapping in. We really appreciate this. 60 people on a Sunday. Whoa. Thank y'all. Also, shout out to our Instagram family. We back, y'all. We back. We finally figured it out. what's going on with jankiness. So we figured out all the glitches and technical difficulties. So we back. So please make sure y'all following us on all the platforms, and y'all more than likely will see us next week.
Yes. So I'm Shantae.
I'm Britt.
And this is the weekly recap. So we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.